Hi there. Today we're going to talk about use of English tasks for our national exams, OGE and EGE. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Alexandra, and I have more than 10 years of teaching experience. I'm an approved OGE expert. That's why I have attended quite a lot of seminars and workshops dedicated to OGE. But EGE, but I think what is more important, I've been preparing students for this exam since 2013. So I hope that I have some experience to share with you, and this experience will be useful for you. So first of all, today we're going to talk and have a look at the following points. We're going to discuss grammar tasks for the exams, and what's the most important, we are going to discuss some strategies for students for grammar, vocabulary tasks, and EGE task. Let's call it a multiple choice task where they have to choose the appropriate word for a gap. And they are choosing them from some synonyms. So first of all, I'd like to give some common recommendations that can be used not only for these tasks, but for everything connected with exams. So the main idea is to make the preparation as close to the exam as possible. That's why we need to learn the strategies to apply in the exam at the early stages of exam preparation. And then it is a good idea to use kind of TTT technique. We use the timer, we give the task to the student. So we check, we test, then we teach with checking and giving some pieces of advice, analyzing, and then we test again to check whether it works. But here we really need to limit the time and to provide more freer practice. So we teach the strategies and then we teach how to analyze, how to behave in the exam. Maybe we can skip some lead-in, some post tasks like follow-up questions. We really, as far, and especially if we do not have enough time, we need to concentrate on the strategies and the tasks, nothing extra. So grammar tasks for EGE and OGE are almost the same. They have to change the word grammatically in OGE, the given words on the right. But the same thing they have to do with the in EGE. The only difference is that grammar rules are more complicated here. So they need to know more grammar rules for EGE. And what strategies can we apply for this task? First of all, we just read the text, we ignore known words, we read the words on the right, and define the part of the speech, and we pay attention to the words before and after the gap, and that's it. And then we need to work according to the part of the speech. It means that if we have a noun, we talk about its plural form, remembering about the S ending, about consonant plus Y, how it behaves, right? That Y is changed to I. And we teach them exceptions. The students must know these things about noun. They must know that if they meet an adjective or an adverb, they need to think about degrees of comparison. And again, we teach them that what we add in the comparative form, what we add in the superlative form. So we just teach these strategies. That, okay, if you have an adjective, look, do you have then? Do we have the constructions like the gap there? Yep. The more there. If it is a superlative form, pay attention to the article that. Pay attention to the phrase of all. It will help you to distinguish whether it is comparative or superlative. Pay attention to the length of the word, whether it has 1 or 2 syllables or more than 2 syllables. And then work. So these are the questions, like, do we have them? Do we have there in front of this word? So do we have there and another adjective after the gap? So ask these questions to the students. If we talk about nouns and adjectives, we should remember about exceptions too. So these are the most common exceptions. So we need to make our students know them by heart. If we talk about numbers, they can be just ordinal. And again, we draw students' attention to the exceptions, like the first, the second, and third. And we draw students' attention to their spelling of the words. It's very important too. If we talk about pronouns, we also teach them these forms, make sure that they know these forms, make sure that the self suffix is used when the action is like emphasizes that the person has done it, him or herself. So we really need to explain when we use, so we explain these rules with the help of the questions. Like, look, we have got, this is my car and this is a friend of mine. What is the difference? Why do we use this? So the more guided discovery techniques we use, the better, because they can remember these questions and use them in the exams. If we talk about a verb, the situation here is a little bit more complicated because they need to understand and to ask the following questions. Does the subject do the action in the sentence? Yes. Active voice? No. Passive voice. Students in the 9th and the 11th form, they know these terms, so we can use them. Then we need to teach passive form of the passive voice. Usually they have some difficulties with it, so draw their attention to this. Another question is, what time markers can you see in the sentence or in the text? Usually texts are in the past. That's why it's important to ask another question. Is it a direct speech where the gap is? If no, probably it is one of the past tenses if the whole text is in the past. If yes, probably it is a present tense, because these are like tricks and tricky questions when they are sure that it is past, but it's direct speech and we need present tense here. So, and many other questions that you can think, such as, is the action repetitive? Is the action short or long? Was the action before another action? As many questions as you can ask about tenses can be used here just to make our students remember them better. If we talk about strategies when the students have completed the task, we read the text again and check whether it makes sense with the forms of the words that they have made. They check the spelling of the words, and it is really, really important because this task is checked, like all use of English tasks are checked by a computer. So if they have guessed the form, for example, but they haven't written their word correctly, then they lose the point, and that's a pity. And we check the number of the answer and the word, so it's important they are matching. And actually, we can move to the vocabulary tasks. Here, we have got a little difference. When we talk about get tasks, we should remember that students just change the part of speech of the word, usually, or the form of the word, but not grammatically. Maybe they need to change the meaning of the word to the opposite. If we talk about EGE task, the previous statement is true about it too, but sometimes they need to change the grammar form of the word too. So, for example, they need to make a noun and to put it in a plural form. So we need to draw their attention to this point 2. What strategies can we use for this task? We read the text again, ignoring the unknown words, and then we read the words on the right. We define the part of the speech, and we define the required part of the speech. And we pay attention again to the words before and after the gap, because we can use some questions to help us to define the part of the speech. So, like, do you see the article? And there before the word. Does this word that we have to make characterize another word? Does the word mean an action? So we really ask questions that the students have to ask themselves in the exam, and they're helpful. If you don't have any answer, you can write down different words of the same part of the speech, find the suffixes there, and try the suffixes with the given word. Right, like for example, we have got the word imagine, and we need a noun, and we try to use like, I remember the noun development. Imaginement. Does it work? Actually, no. Okay, maybe something like situation. Information. It works. And we can try all these suffixes with the given word to check. If we need to leave the part of speech as it is, just we need the same part of speech as given, we need to work with prefixes, probably with negative prefixes. And again, we can use the same thing here, like, do we, okay, like, agree, inagree, no, imagree, no, unagree, no, disagree, this works. So if you are not sure, you try everything. And actually, after this work is done, we move to the strategies that we can apply after the task. So we read the text again, check whether it makes sense. In EGE, we pay attention to grammar form of the verbs too. What? We pay attention to the singular, plural, number of the verbs and nouns. That's what we're talking about, the grammar form. And we check the spelling of the words, of course, because it is really important to spell the words right. And we, again, check whether the number of the answer matches the word in the answer sheet. Just total checking. So, moving further to the vocabulary tasks for EGE, here we have usually the text, and they have to choose one of the given synonyms to match their gap. So what strategies can we use here? Because sometimes words are unknown and students are really lost. So again, they read the text, maybe, of course, ignore known words as usual. Maybe they can predict the word in the gap. What I mean, maybe there is a collocation there, they're absolutely sure about it, and they can just avoid looking to the offered options and just write this word there, just some prediction word. Then we look at the given words and choose. Again, if you are not sure, try each word and read the sentence with this word. Maybe it makes sense. And then we just read the text again to check whether it makes sense. And check whether the number of the answer matches the word in the answer sheet. If they say, well, I don't know some of the words, again, try like this. Of course, it's a good idea to teach our students these collocations, to make them learn them, but we can't guarantee that the students won't forget them in the exam. So we need some plan B. If we don't know the word, if we don't know the meaning, use this intelligent guessing. Try to guess. And never, never, ever, and it is about all three tasks, don't lose empty answer. Try to guess, maybe you're lucky, just write whatever you think, but write, do not leave empty answers. Well, in conclusion, we can say that we have to teach the students how to analyze their work themselves. Like ask in the beginning of your preparation, do not give all the answers ready-made. Make them to analyze the text with the different questions that we have discussed previously, such as, what part of speech can it be? Why have you decided like this? What do you see before? What do you see after? Are there any time markers? So we really concentrate on the strategies. Provide a lot of practice, and I strongly recommend it. It's not an advertisement, but we can use vp.ro for original samples of the tasks. They have bank of tasks there, so just check. And this year they have changed it, and the students can check their answers now, so it can really save our time, and we can give more homework to the students, right, for more practice. What is more about VP, what is more important about VP, for OGE, students might be lucky, because previous years, my students, when they passed these exams, they have said that some of the tasks in their exam tasks have been taken from this site, so they were familiar to them, and maybe they didn't remember the answers, but they felt just more confident. For speaking tasks, probably, for OGE, it is a good source too. For use of English, of course, too. For EGE, they do not do like this, but they upload tasks, fresh tasks there, from the exams. So you can really have a look at the real tasks at this site. And actually, don't forget to make the preparation as close to the real exam as possible. So just give the task, set the timer, and then check together, and then analyze this text together with the student. Ask for possible answers. Well, if you have any questions, you are welcome to text me. After this video, you will move to the next page of their Google form. So please complete a very simple and very short test. And after that, you move to the next step. There you can find some dates. So all you have to do is to choose the date. And after that, the letter will be sent to your email that you have left previously. So you just have to follow the link and you will be directed to the Skype chat. There you will receive all the further instructions. Don't worry if the link hasn't come. It might take a couple of hours. If the link is still not at your email, text me. I will check and add you to the chat. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope that this short webinar has been productive for you, and hope to see you at our practical task. Bye-bye.